roll. Yeah. Okay. Hi everybody, thanks for coming here. My name is Mike Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T. I'm from CAD Electronics, and we make this product called PC99, which is an emulator for the IBM PC. This is Mark van Koppenhaus going to be doing the keying here today, so if there are any mistakes, it's all his fault. Okay. You would normally think to come to a demonstration like this that what you're going to see is a demonstration of the product. But we're not going to do that today because we figure that everybody knows that we make PC99, that PC99 is as good if not better than the 4-array, that it runs all the programs you ever want to run, that there's no known program except maybe, what's that thing from Canada, the terminal emulator thing, except Terminator. You may have a couple of timing problems, but then if you're running on a PC, who cares about Terminator because you have PC Plus, right? So as far as we know, this thing runs all the programs. If you want to see it run a TI program, please come to our table. We're sitting outside there. We'll show you anything from all the cartridges we've got here, all the TI disks, everything else. We have it all running. We don't want to show you that today. We want to show you something else. What we want to do is we want to try and show you here that somebody who has a BMW and somebody who has a Porsche, right? Which is better? Which is the better car? Who's faster? Who goes around the track and all that sort of thing? It doesn't really matter, right? It happens they're two different machines, they're two different tools, and they can do two different things. So one case the BMW is good, the next case the Porsche is good, right? And what I want to show you here is that in one case the TI world is a great world to be in, okay? In other cases, the PC world is a great world to be in. What we want to show you here is that you can actually have these worlds meld together. You can join them and merge them sort of seamlessly together. So you have two different worlds all into one. And you can do this with PC99 running on this machine, right? So this machine happens to be a laptop. It's my laptop that I brought here today. It has PC99 loaded and various other things. In addition here, this is a laptop running, it's a Pentium 133 machine, right? And what we're going to do here is we're going to show you running under Windows 95. We're going to show you some things that PC99 can do by joining these two worlds together. Okay? This program up here is WordPerfect 6.1 for Windows. And this is one of the world's most popular word processors, right? And what happens is we have a file up here which is called SPAD. And if any of you read Micropendium, this is the actual text of the article that we sent to Micropendium explaining how we had to break SPAD 13 so it could run in the PC99 and learn how all the internals of the code work, right? So this document was written in WordPerfect, and here it is sitting on the screen inside WordPerfect, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this file and we're going to save it into the DOS file system, right? So we're going to come up here, pull down the Save menu, and we're going to say here, Save As. And it's going to ask us, we're going to pull down the thing here and select, so we're going to run this thing as DOS text under ANSI. You'll notice that sometimes some of the stuff is a little bit slow here because the laptop, it doesn't have a nice mouse and things like that. We have this like stupid touchpad, so some of the stuff is a little bit harder to do. So we're going. You have to change the type down here, right? Yep. So we're sort of underneath here. Yeah. So here's the cursor moving down. So we're going to save this as a go up. There it is here. Down one. Down one. Yeah, DOS text. So we're going to take this file and say to WordPerfect, save this file as DOS text into the DOS file system, right, or the Windows file system. So this file now gets saved, and it's saved into DOS, right? So now we're going to get out of WordPerfect, right? Goodbye. WordPerfect is gone. And now what we're going to do is we're going to run PC99 itself. But before we, yeah, we need to do that. So what happens? This file is sitting in the DOS file system as a PC file, right? So what you need to do is, did you say that is WP file?
No, I
okay.
rename it.
Say it as WP file. And see it as PC99. Just WP file. Space. Hard to type and everybody's looking at you. Right, and 10. Yeah. Okay, see this PC99. And then W slash PC99. Right. And then WP file. Just WP file. No, WP file. Okay, what we're now doing is we're taking this DOS file, right, and we're running a series of utilities that come with PC99. We're taking it from the DOS file system and we're importing this file into the TI fake file system that's living on the DOS in the DOS world, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to run CD source 3 and 4. We're going to run the PC99 itself now, right? And PC99. Oh, is the editor assembler right there? Yeah, run the editor assembler. Now load the editor 1, load DSK1, DSK2, .wp file. Okay. And we edit this file. So this now is loading from the TI disk into the TI program, right? And here is the same file that was living in WordPerfect, right? It's now living inside the editor assembly editor, which is the same as TI Writer. We just use this because it's quicker and easier. Okay. So here's the file. If you wanted to see like which keys and things to use in here, here's a new feature of PC99 Stage 3. Hit Escape and SDM. Then what happens is this is the keys that you can use for like scrolling up and scrolling down. It's just these are like your function keys and what you use to make them use, right? So what happened here, right? You brought up a Windows program called WordPerfect, right? You made edits inside WordPerfect, made a file, and did everything you want to do. And then that file, you took it from within WordPerfect, saved it to the DOS file system, right? Made utilities that PC99 has, made these utilities to make the thing change over to be useful to the TI world. And then we brought up that same file inside the TI Writer or the editor assembly editor, right? So the idea of the concept is here are the two worlds, right? The DOS world with WordPerfect and stuff like that, the TI world with the TI Writer, and you have data in each of these worlds, and what you're doing is you're moving the data backwards and forwards between the two worlds, right? Now a lot of people that do, for example, newsletters and things like that have lots of newsletter stuff in TI Writer. They want a slightly more powerful editor to do this work in. They want to work, with a decent spell checker and all that other kind of stuff. So they'll move the files from the TI file system to the DOS file system, run WordPerfect, make some changes, and if they want to print them from the TI world, they can just move them back in again. So again, the concept is seamless integration between these two worlds, right? Demonstration part 1. Any questions so far? All makes sense? Easy.
Are there printed instructions for this?
Oh, there's 139 pages of doc. Yeah. No. And of course, nobody reads it, right? Nobody reads it. Yeah. We, as part of the program, as part of the program package here, we give you all the doc that comes with it, and anything. We have email if you have a question. We also have phone call. You can call us. All that kind of stuff.
Well, I have the Stage 3, so the docs are right in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's me Stage 3A.
You mentioned WordPerfect several times.
Sure.
That is the word processor or any
MS Word. If MS Word will save it out as what's name, yeah.
Word for Windows.
Yeah, all that stuff. If you want to support Microsoft, yeah, no, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, save your document as a text base or a generic.
As an ASCII face or generic word processor, whatever they call it. You need a format of switch out. Then we have the converter that will run it in and out, right?
Okay.
All right. Now, let's what are we going to do here? CD do art. PC99 setting art. Now, this is the next portion here is again another piece of seamless sort of what we're doing here, right? Artists don't do this. Artists. Now, what happens is we all know and love TI Artist, right? TI Artist is probably the standard in the TI world for producing graphics and things like that. I'm sure there are other programs. I don't want to offend anybody here, but let's assume this is like a pretty good thing. What we've done here is we have extracted from the TI disks that are on the system. We have extracted artist files and put them into the DOS file system. Okay, so they come from the TI world into the DOS file system. So you run the utility a-load-back, just A. So what happens is here are TI artist graphics extracted from the TI world being displayed in the PC world, right? So we're displaying these artist files on the screen here. Okay, so you can take any TI artist file extracted from the world and bring this graphic out. So graphic is coming from the TI world into the PC world. So this is okay. This is like, pretty nice, pretty cool. You can make a nice slideshow. This is part of PC99, this utility, right? And what happens is you can, do this thing, bring things up, and it looks pretty cool, right? But it's still not much use, right? It's just putting pictures on the screen. However, what we can do now is we have a utility called AA.back. What this will do, this program will also take this picture and convert it into a format acceptable to the PC world, right? We convert this to PCX format, for example, right? So now if we, I think it's done. So now if we run WP on here again. So we'll leave this thing up and running here. We're going to start WordPerfect again, right? Obviously, like we prefer WordPerfect to other stuff because we haven't known and love it. Had to write a converter for this program as part of my real job. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to, we're going to import a graphic into WordPerfect, right? It's temp c.pcx. Just /temp/pcx c.pcx SEAC.pcx. Now, WordPerfect can import